How to overcome hardship and adversity. The lesson for us here is, what should I do first when something difficult happens to me? Will you believe in God's promises and wait? Or will you first try to solve it in your own way based on your wisdom and experience? When we do it our way, there are many opportunities to suffer more. Jacob escaped from his brother Esau and fled to his uncle's house, where he suffered and all kinds of hardship. But Jacob learned to depend on God. He relied on God, overcome all suffering, and returned to the land God promised. The important thing here for Jacob was to depend on God and believe in God's promises. Genesis 28:15 I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. Jacob relied entirely on God in his life. God gave Jacob a way to return after finishing his slave life at his uncle's house. Genesis 31:3 Then the Lord said to Jacob, Go back to the land of your fathers and to your relatives, and I will be with you. Jacob had many tricks, but is fragile, timid, and fear, but he overcame hardships only by trusting in God. He decided to go back to his hometown, but it seemed to him that his brother was afraid, and that it would be dead to see him again. Even then, Jacob knew that he was not doing his tricks, and he clung to God until the end. Genesis 32:25-28 When the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. 26 Then the man said, Let me go, for it is daybreak. But Jacob replied, I will not let you go unless you bless me. 27 The man asked him, What is your name? Jacob, he answered. 28 Then the man said, Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with men and have overcome. Jacob won the competition with God. Who won the competition with God in the world? He is the God who gives to those who completely depend on him. It is to hold on to God and not to miss it. Look at Joseph. While hating his father's love, he was hated by his elder brothers and sold to Egypt as a slave. It is because we trusted God that we can overcome Joseph's life. According to Genesis 39, verse 2 Because Jehovah is with Joseph, verse 5. Jehovah for Joseph, verses 20-21 Joseph was put in prison, but because Jehovah is with Joseph, verse 23 The Lord is with Joseph. God was with Joseph's life. God was with you in prison for 3 years. Finally, after all of his 13 years of hardship, many people were saved from famine and glorified God. Sometimes our journey of suffering is long. Because it is long, people can no longer wait and trust God no longer. Thus, there are times when you do it your way and you cannot enjoy the blessings God gives you.